Alright, jump scare number 4. So, she is in her cell and she is absolutely not happy and threatening to kill anybody and everybody. And she's literally just using her powers trying to figure out how to get out of there. And so they were like, you're struggling in vain. We're going to, do what we need to do with you, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you don't watch movies, do you? And she comes up with a car, breaks out of the cell, and kills the person. After that, there are monsters that show up, and she just goes through and starts conjuring weapons and killing people. She actually ends up walking through the hallways, and she comes across this one room, and they are operating on some of the creatures, and she goes in and she kills all of them in there. She ends up finding Grindhouse and is like, hey, let's fight. No, she doesn't actually say let's fight. She does break him out of there, though. And as soon as they break out of there are monsters that come through. They're always trying to get him or get both of them, and they start fighting. However, he gets blasted by something, and it causes a lot of damage. And she's like, you can regenerate from this, right? So you'll be good. And he's like, no, I can't. I'm not going to be regenerate. I'm not going to be able to regenerate. And even if I could, it's not going to happen in time. Even if it did happen in time, I'm not going to be at the strength that I was. However, they have your sister. So she starts wandering through the halls, and she finds these other monsters who know exactly who she is, and she basically they're basically asking her to save them, and one of them slips a key. So she finds her sister, gets her out of there, and all of the monsters that she had got, they're like, oh my gosh, we're ready to follow you anywhere. So she tells them to leave, tells her sister to stand back, and she just starts setting shit on fire. So when she does leave, she goes to her hideout, and one of her hideouts, and she sees all of the monsters here, and she's like, they're like, we love you, and all this other stuff. When the sister gets home, and they're like, oh my god, we're so glad you're back safe and sound, and she's like, jump scare, help me, Allie, help me. She's like, amazing. And they're like, oh yeah, tell us more about your sister so that we can kill her.